money in this bitch, and you know we too legit. Been this side since 1-6, slim, thick lips, know how to keep my nigga brick on this. They at the top spot of that wish list, bitch.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy Anya Elite here with Icon City, Funny Money Rock. I see our guests today. Our guests are going to be King Kevin, and Devin Collins. Devin Collins is going to be sharing his new single with us, and we're talking about his life after being in the band Echo V. And then also King Kevin is going to be telling us about activism in Philly and life after his breakup. I don't know if he can hear me. Okay, we got Kevin. I'm gonna just go ahead and bring them both in right now. So we're gonna right. Yo, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
What's up? All right, it's Devin Collins and King Kevin, you hear me? Okay, but I can't hear you, so let me see what's going on with that for a second. All right, let's see. Are you muted? I want to welcome you guys both to the show, though. It's both of you guys' first time on. Devin, I'm going to go ahead and start with you while we're working on Kevin's audio. Congratulations on the release of your latest single, No Regrets. Okay, I listened to it this morning, and let me tell you, I don't know what I was expecting. But I liked it. It gave me Beyonce Irreplaceable vibes. Yeah, and I don't know what I expected.
Okay, because I know it's just 40 hours a week to have some fun. Self-medicating with some weed and a bottle of rum. Stop telling me what I should do. I'ma live my life, you should live yours too. And we all see the future from behind, blinded by the stars in our eyes. Shortcutting through the game to win the prize. No regrets, it's my life. It's my life.
I expected. Tell everyone about the song, please.
Alright, well, No Regrets is my first single, my debut single. I actually wrote the chorus of this song way back in 2016. And it really came to me in a time where I was trying to find uniqueness within myself and everything like that. So I just wrote the chorus, and I just kind of set it on the shelf and really had to understand like what exactly the song was about. And so through quarantine, I think it really hit me after, everyone losing their jobs, everyone being so scared, so fearful of the uncertainties of day-to-day life with COVID, with racial inequality, with everything, that like it really sunk in. Like that's what the meat of this song is about. So I finished the song this year. I produced the track, and I worked with one of my friends, Ina Bravo, and she helped me with the vocal producing and everything. And we really got the song together. And I think I really wanted to, I recorded a few songs in preparation for my artistry and rebranding myself after, separating from Echo V. And this was really the one that stuck with me. And I was like, I want to release this first because it's very me. It really resonates with me and with what I want my audience to envision of me. So that is where No Regrets came from.
Awesome. Yes. So, okay, are you going to be shooting a video for it? And Kevin, it looks like you muted yourself. Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, Devin.
I actually have a very special video project coming up that I'm going to be doing specifically for this video. As you know, we're in unprecedented times with quarantine and with COVID-19 and all that kind of stuff. So shooting a real music video is a little bit unfeasible right now, but I have a great alternative that I'm going to be dishing out very soon. So just stay tuned. You'll be hearing all about that on my social media, on my YouTube and everything else. So that's coming soon.
Right back to you with, okay, I don't know, do you keep up with pop culture?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So where are you on this Megan versus Tory situation? Take as much time as you need.
Okay, well, let's see. I am not fully abreast of the situation. I know that I heard the recent incidents that Tory Lanez allegedly shot, or I don't know if it's alleged or if it's actually proven now, but shot Megan Thee Stallion twice, once in each foot, and she had to get surgery for it, and all of the above. That's like crazy to me that that even happened. Like there's so much other stuff in the world that is going on. Like we don't need to be shooting each other. Like let alone like us. We don't need to be shooting each other. Come on, guys. Um, but I don't really know the full situation. I know that now he's being charged with felony charges, and we'll really see where it goes. I wish the best for both of them. I wish that nobody had to get shot, but we live in crazy times and in a crazy industry where there's really no right answer or no right equation or no right thing for anything right now. Everything's a little bit messed up. But what we can do is not shoot each other. So let's start there.
For sure, for sure. Like, and okay, so here's my issue with it, right? Like, Tory Lanez. Oh God. Okay. And this is one of those R. Kelly, Bill Cosby type situations where you gotta like choose your words wisely because like you don't wanna, you don't wanna get people in the wrong condition. Kev.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hey, Kevin's here. Hey. All right. That's what's up. Okay, I know you was with us and you hear us. So we talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. We'll throw up some graphics later on the replay, but So, let me get your take on it, and then I'll give my take.
So, I was listening to what Devin was saying. I, too, am not fully aware of the entire story. But with the Tory Lanez situation, he is going to get felony charges, but I think it's up to 20 years.
Yeah.
For that, which is crazy. I didn't know he shot her in both feet. I'm just so
I didn't know that. Both feet. Okay. All right, so let me throw something in there, because he's not a U.S. citizen. Y'all know that, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, he's a Canadian citizen, so it stands
like
to
Drake, right?
Like Drake. So he likely is not going to spend these 20 years in prison. Like he's likely going to maybe get extradited at the worst. What I was about to say is I feel bad because I do not support what he's doing.
Right.
But can music separate from that? Okay, so let me not even take but going away. All right. I don't agree with what he did allegedly. But I mean, oh God, I did it again. Shit. However, the beats knock. So my question is this: Do either of you still listen to this? This is a tough question, so think carefully. Do either of you guys listen to R. Kelly or Michael Jackson still?
Okay.
I definitely will say I rock with Michael Jackson just because he's from my childhood. His reputation can't be tainted. I know there was a lot of allegations against him and a lot of stuff that happened, but he has a fondness in my heart. I don't know what is true. I was too young really to be able to assess that, and I haven't taken a look at it as an adult, really. But as far as R. Kelly, I'm a little more woke now, and I don't really fuck with that. So, yeah.
What about you, Kevin?
So, Michael Jackson definitely. I don't believe the allegations. I think it is what it is. With R. Kelly, however, I haven't actively gone to play any of his music, but I think R. Kelly's a little different because he writes for a lot of different people. So you might be listening to R. Kelly song and not even realize that you're listening to R. Kelly song. Secondly, with the R. Kelly thing, like, or more so, Anya, you're saying about like Tory did what he did, but do you still support his music? There was a time where artists weren't so social, so reachable. So all we got was the music that they put out. And I think about something on R&B Divas when Kelly Price first came out with "I'm Booked and Busy," and there was a part of her that I saw that I didn't like, but I've always enjoyed the music. So it's like with artists, unless they're committing crimes, obviously, but with most artists, can we appreciate the art and stop scrutinizing the person?
Amen. 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 Like I feel that 100%. Um okay. So and I do want to just give a shout out to Megan, who has taken, instead of making this all about her, she has went and you know kind of still is trying to keep Breonna Taylor in the front of people's minds, and so I think that's like really commendable. She did when she did Saturday Night Live, I think last weekend, she like she kept the focus on that, and didn't even danced. Even I think it was a point. I think because the dancing actually did look labored, but I think that it was a point to show people that that she's going to keep trucking on and progressing. So next, I wanted to get into one of our Funny Money Rocks rappers, something crazy that he did recently. But have I know you come from a boy band, so you, Devin, you come from a boy band, so you're you have, as an individual entity, you're having these relationships with like other people who are out there doing their thing, and then also like all the just the different artists stuff out there. Same thing with you, Kevin. That you've worked with a lot of people and you engage with a lot of public personalities. Um, have you either of you ever had a feud or a beef?
I'll let Devin go first.
Honestly, with another artist, Echo V, we didn't really have beef with anybody because we were our own little like niche, our own entity. We were trying to create something new that had never been done in America before. So we didn't really have any sort of beef there. And as of right now, I'm a new artist. I am just now releasing music to the world. So I don't have beef with anybody, but I try to stay drama free, but no regrets. Whatever happens, happens. So like, I can't say that I won't in the future, but I really don't intend to. I'm a kind, loving person, and I hope that everybody just receives my music and appreciates me.
I definitely got that from your single. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely got that from your single. Like I said, it's so like appropriate for the times and stuff, like with the COVID, the social unrest, and everything like that. With the boy band, the material was and by the way, I love Echo V. I plan on having every member of Echo V on Funny Money Rock Live. When it's all said and done. So we've had 2 down, 3 to go. But the material was so much around like like WeHo. It was just it was very a
Yeah.
WeHo situation. Like in your song, you're talking about, I think, weed and 40 ounces and shit.
40 hours a week. The song is about like working so hard just to do what? What do you work so hard for? What do you go to your job, your 9 to 5, and work so hard for? You work for the weekend? No, you need to be working for your life, like your longevity, your happiness. Like, don't let that 40 hours a week take away from you being you and just doing the things that make you happy. So that's really like the gist of the song.
Okay, I love that. I love that. I love that. So Kevin, go ahead. Beefs.
Uh, I'm a love and life writer. I always look to create peace. So like anybody that I come in contact with, I try my best to like avoid having beefs. there was this one situation though. As peaceful as I am, I'm gonna speak on it. My old web series, honestly, uh, the main character, Mama's Boy, we were I thought we were cool. And then one day I saw that he released a video, and I mean, he was like really,
Wait. Hold on. The main character, though, I have to say, your boyfriend, right, at the time?
yes, at the
Okay,
time,
okay.
yes.
Just for the record, continue.
So yeah, he went on camera for Poetic Soldier, aka Cornell, because he was on camera too, and Cornell was trying his best to avoid the conversation, but the ex, he just wanted to beef, and like I said, I'm usually a peacemaker. I don't like to indulge in stuff like that, but he said some things that was like, okay, you're attacking my character now, so I have to bounce back, or what it say, clap back, whatever. I'm old, y'all. But anyway, I had to. I couldn't let someone try to talk bad about my character and like as a person. So that's what happened. I went back and played there.
Okay, so I'm a okay. All right, so for you guys, all right, let me fill in some of the stuff that wasn't said, okay? But I'm gonna take you guys back to it. This is Atlanta. Picture it, Sicily, 20 no, Atlanta 20 something, right? So you guys remember the Mama's Boy series? It was this period between like so Noah's Ark had came out and that was a great movement, and then but Noah's Ark, even as great as it was, struggled with getting the proper support from Logo, so they only ran for 2 seasons, and then so what happened was creators took to YouTube. One of the and I know everyone has their favorite. There's so many black gay YouTube series out there, and we love them all or whatever. However, Mama's Boy was like one of the first ones. Like picture it. There's a picture BGC, y'all. Okay, like back in the day. All right, and so the story and it's funny because at the time, and we're going to get into what you're doing currently, but at the time you were kind of notable as an adult entertainer, right? And but you were focusing on directing and growing your creative portfolio, and so you cast yourself as like a non-sexual kind of like you played the rear.
I don't know what you talk about. Dante was sexy.
Okay. Yes. Dante was fierce. Check out Mama's Boy. Check out Mama's Boy on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Dante was fierce, but you didn't play the character that you could have played. Cornell's character, who has also appeared on Funny Money Live as well. Hey, Cornell. Shout out to Cornell. You could have played Cornell's character and been the romantic interest of your actual boyfriend at the time who played the lead role, right? But you didn't, because you're, showing people there's more to you, the different facets and stuff. Do you think, in retrospect, that things would have maybe been different if you played Cornell's character?
I questioned that myself. I don't think so. I think that people are who they are. And popularity and fame, those things, people handle it differently. When they get popular, when it gets a level of notoriety, they indulge more than others. So it is what it is.
Okay. Understood. Well, the reason why I wanted to even talk about beefs and stuff is because one of our Funny Money Rock rappers, J.R. Stacks out of New York, he literally so he's having this drama with with another gay rapper in Atlanta named JB Got It. He literally. This is the craziest stuff that I ever heard. So they've been doing the back and forth or whatever on the lives or whatever. JR, the Funny Money Rock New York guy, gets on a plane, okay, and goes all the way down to Atlanta to basically troll this guy in his neighborhood and everything like that. And I mean, this is I've obviously express my it doesn't have to be like this, it's about the creativity and everything like that, but that was that's a stunt for that ass, you know. So, I mean, and to your point, Kevin, we live in a stunt society because I just remember at the time, like, there was so much interest in you and the whole, Mama's Boy cast, and so like fast forward, we have, I think, I don't know, I still think that YouTube is still like the best place to get, the black gay stories and stuff. Like I think even when they're done majorly, they kind of get watered down and stuck on this whole DL thing, which is very 1990s, it's, I don't know, dated. But moving right along, Grinder. Okay, Devin, are you single? Are you with somebody? What's going on?
I'm single, I'm mingling, I'm enjoying my life, but honestly, I've never understood more the phrase "I'm focused on my career" because I'm really like, it takes work to get in this, and as an independent artist, I'm really focused on that right now. But I'm always like, open to anything that comes my way.
Okay, I feel that. So, translation. If you do want to shoot your shot at Devin, you need to be focused on the grind. Okay. So that was the translation for that. What about you, Kev?
I am single. I am not looking to mingle. I've made a point out of this past relationship to fall in love with myself.
That is an amazing journey. What's going on with the control room?
Mic turned down a little bit. Your mic.
My mic is down. Okay.
Turn it down.
Oh, turn my mic down. Okay. All right. So, there we go. All right. Okay. So, do either of you guys have Grindr or Jacked accounts?
I have no dating app. No.
Where do you meet people?
In person. It's been hard with COVID, honestly, but better safe than sorry. Anyway, I actually tried to, abide by the rules as much as I could and keep people safe. So I stayed inside for a while. But other than that, I've always enjoyed meeting people in person. I literally only had Grindr once, and it was to get into a club, and it took the cover down from like $25 to $5.
Yes,
the only time I've ever downloaded it.
We ho shit, Kevin. We ho shit. It's we ho shit. Okay. What about you, Kevin? You got Grindr or Jack?
Jack. Interestingly,
Okay.
when I was younger, I used to like we get on Jack just to talk. Like, that's not what the app is. But
Oh, you
now
the
I
conversation? Are you a picture collector?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Look, I gotta ask if people want to know.
No. I agree with Devin. Like, COVID is real right now.
Mm-hmm.
But usually on there, like I've only used it recently for conversation. I don't know. I just don't trust meeting new people like that.
Okay.
So,
I feel you on that. I mean, okay. So people are having an issue with the grinders now because, it's been sold to a Japanese or Chinese tech company. The people who are running it are, heterosexual by and large. They, during the whole George Floyd thing, not just the tragic killing of George Floyd, during the summer upheaval and uprisings and the Black Lives Matter movement, Grindr said that they were going to be removing the race filter because, as you know, the gay community has a lot of
racial bias.
There you go. Thank you. Has a lot of that, and it doesn't get spoken to in the same way as maybe heteronormative institutions are held into account because we're a minority. Gay people, and gay people at large are a minority as well. So understand why that's the case. However, jumping on the bandwagon, wanting to get the media, wanting to be part of the Black Lives Matter movement, Grindr went ahead and said that they did that. People are reporting that they haven't really did that, and you can really, still go with your preferences. Do you think? My question to you guys both, Kevin, you can go first. Do you think that preferences is it racist to have preferences?
No, not at all. I mean, your preference could have nothing to do with race. Your preference could be height. Your preference could be not picking your nose with your pinky finger. I don't know. But I don't think that
Well,
race.
okay. Is it racially biased to have a racial preference? Let me be specific then.
Oh, I get in trouble with this, so I'm gonna be really careful with how I say this.
I mean,
Love who you are. I do think that there are people who won't date specifically because of a person's race. Um, then there's a such thing as being fetishized, and that's a whole nother issue when it comes down to race. So I don't know. I guess that's my answer. I don't know.
you don't know. Okay, all right.
I know. I just don't know what to say.
No. Well. Okay. But were you so? But generally, you're with no. It's not.
um, Generally, no.
Okay. All right. Hit me with it, Devin.
Well, I totally agree with Kevin. I think that as a sociology major from the illustrious HBCU, Florida A&M University,
Hey,
as a
fam,
sociology major, yeah, go Rabbits.
Yeah.
As a sociology major, you're taught that labels are the human evolutionary way of like categorizing, which we have the ability to do. We do it subconsciously, we do it consciously, we do it in so many ways throughout our society. And honestly, it's just to help us understand what we like individually and on a grander scale, how to market it. So I just had this conversation with somebody about labels and stereotypes and how when they're negatively used, yes, they are harmful to society. But honestly, to me, labels and stereotypes, they really just help us categorize generally and get a better understanding because there's a lot to learn on this earth and we really are never going to learn it all. But if we can categorize and understand why something happens or what a majority likes or doesn't like, then it really does help us individually on an individual basis. So I do think their decision to attempt to eliminate racial bias is just, and hopefully it was in good cause. Um, but I can understand how a lot of people, especially in the gay community, really don't want that segregation because we're all about inclusivity.
Passivity, yes.
And so I think it's just we have to keep it an open conversation with each other. So
Okay.
that's my point.
I feel that. No, I feel the fetish thing is real.
Totally.
I think a couple years ago somebody had did this article and it was on this it wasn't queer tea, but it was on like some kind of like quote unquote mainstream gay site or whatever, and it was like 20 reasons why it sucks to be black and gay. And like so many of the reasons were like you could tell that the guy was really into the idea of like his aim was to date outside of his race, and so and that was and so he ran into a lot of obstacles with that, and so and he and or well okay honestly at the time I didn't really believe that somebody really could feel this way, and so I thought the publication was like being like a little messy or whatever, but I didn't say the publication's name or whatever, so it's no shade. Moving on. So Kevin, you have had a journey in adult entertainment. You came into a lot of people's minds, came to a lot of people's, living rooms or bedrooms or whatever, through that. And then, and then you retired, and then you embarked on um, a spiritual activism, empowerment journey. I don't know if I ever remember you saying that like those two paths were at all opposed to one another. I don't remember if that was part of the narrative of you transitioning through. But now you are having your cake and eat it too. Literally, again, we're gonna throw some graphics up later, like on the replay, with what I'm literally talking about, so they will see all the cake and stuff. But hump cake, Anyway, so what's it about? You're back. You're getting people. You're getting people.
So I mean,
Off is what I want to say. Okay, continue.
The sweet short answer, it all goes back to I'm living my best life.
Mm-hmm.
I am focused on making sure that I'm happy with me, that I'm comfortable with who I am, what I'm doing, and doing it unapologetically at this point. So yeah, I had an 8-year career, and it gained a little popularity for me, and then I stopped. I like that you said a spiritual, but also a social awakening for me, because it was around that time that I came out with my status, my HIV status, which was one of the scariest things I've ever done. And then that's when I think the activism really started to kick in, and a lot of people would reach out to me from across the country, either sharing their status, or I mean, you had haters too, people who just wanted to use it as a weapon against me. And if I could be preachy real quick, if you own your shit, can't nobody hold it against you. And that's what I've learned in this journey. And by owning it, I've been able to help so many people. I've moved to New York for about 2 years, and I joined a campaign called HIV Stops With Me, where we go around and we tell our stories and we encourage people to get tested or get treatment, and show a different side of the face of HIV versus what society has known since the 80s. In my relationship, I felt like I minimized myself to accommodate who he was. And I'm not saying he was a bad person, but I just minimized myself. And a lot of things that I would naturally do unapologetically, I felt myself not doing it because I always had to answer to this person or that person. So
okay, so sorry, I gotta ask the questions that the peoples want to know. So you're saying did you stop adult entertainment for? So it was for the guy that you stopped doing the adult entertainment in the first place?
no.
Oh, okay,
No.
okay.
He came 4 years after my retirement.
Okay.
But yeah, so after that relationship ended, I vowed that I'm going to live unapologetically. I'm going to make sure that Kevin's happy, make sure that I'm, empowering myself. All the activism going out, empowering other people. I need to empower myself. God damn it.
I love that. So okay. So where are you? Where do you like? Okay, because when I talked to you earlier, and I had this like I just saw some pictures like of you and the guys and the crown and stuff like that. But what like is it an OnlyFans thing or where do people go?
Yeah, it is only.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there's also KevinM.com because I've been doing photography for like the past
Right.
8 years or so.
Right.
So,
and we can have a whole different convo about the photography. We can put up a nice like picture of you doing the photography stuff and everything. So yeah.
There's another question that you asked earlier was, is the adult stuff opposed to, like, is it in opposition with the activism?
Mm-hmm.
And I think around that time when I stopped, it was, but now it's like I'm a whole being. What I do on that level should not affect what I'm doing on this level. The message stays the same.
I feel that, and I just want to add a little context for the audience. Like, so Kevin's from Philadelphia, where like it's. I mean, I know like black people, the diaspora, are all over. Like there's a lot of like religious convictions and stuff. But I Philadelphia there's a very strong Muslim Christian weaving of things together that and a lot of times it can be really like oppressive. So, for lack of a better word. Also, I forgot something that I needed to say when Devin was speaking about his experience. I need to say, go Wildcats, because, like, you know, that needs to be addressed. So, let's go back, and then you muted you. You're muted.
I said you had to put that one in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. We shouted out the Rattlers, but we gotta, you know, keep our mind on them Wildcats. Okay. So Florida thing. Yeah, shout out to all the HBCUs, all of them, all over. You know, Kevin, like, so I didn't even know Philly has a HBCU within its like vicinity. That listen, you wondering what it is too? Hold on, I know. What was it? Control room. Is it Cheney? I think it's Cheney. What is it?
Yes,
HBCU around Philly. Cheney. Yes.
Cheney. You're right.
Yes. So, like, I didn't even know. I always thought it was just a Southern thing. Like I didn't even.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Have you seen the HBCU alphabet?
No.
It's trending on like Twitter and I think I saw it on TikTok as well. But somebody made an alphabet out of the HBCUs and it goes all the way to the end. It's really great.
That is cool. Okay, I'm definitely gonna check that out. I've had so much fun with both of you. I wish we could spend more time talking, but our time is up. I think we actually even went, like, it looks like we went over. So, Devin, go first. Tell people where they can keep up with you and why they should.
Okay, guys. Well, if you don't know me, hopefully you know me after this interview. My name is Devin. You can find me everywhere at Devin Collins Official, DEVIN Collins Official. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and a few other social medias at Big Black Devin. If you want to know more about that, follow for more. And my music, my single just came out, No Regrets. It's my debut single. So please go find that wherever you stream and download your music and get ready because there's a lot more coming. 2021 is happening. It's about to happen. Hopefully, if we get through this, everything that's going on.
That is what's up. That is what's up. Thank you so much. And also, No Regrets is on the Funny Money Rock playlist on Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal. It is the first song. I happen to actually, you know, I'm glad that you're here. You messed me up because I put a song out 2 days ago or so. And so, like, I thought my song was going to be, like, the latest addition to the Funny Money Rock playlist. The only playlist that's curated with 100% LGBT hip-hop and R&B artists, you know. And so I thought my song was going to be, like, at that number one, like, for like at least like a week or so or whatever, and then like you drop in, like, and here you are. So it is what it is. But glad to have you here. Kevin, what are you offering? Where should they go? Where should they keep up and follow your journey?
So one of the easiest things to do is just go to my website, kevinm.com. And it will list all of my mainstream social media. But a special social media that I know a lot of people are looking for, it's on Instagram. It's King Venom, and it's not spelled the way people would normally spell it. So it's KYNGVN or VYNM. I had to figure that out myself. And on Twitter, it's OFVYNM.
Hey. All right, so this is the cover picture. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. It was wonderful. I'm so glad you guys were here for the latest in inclusive urban entertainment. Keep it locked to funnymoneyrock.com. Augmented hyper multimedia interactive version of this broadcast will be available tomorrow. You do not want to miss it on YouTube and funnymoneyrock.com. I'll see you next time.